Hi, this is Nancy, and you're at Nan's Next Knots. Today I wanted to get on here and do the fall questions tag. A lot of people out there are doing it, and I wasn't really tagged by anyone particular, unless you want to count maybe Granny D, because she said she was tagging anybody that wanted to do it. So here we are. Let's get started. The first questions are follow the kind of this or that line of questions. So the first question is apple cider or hot chocolate. I'm not a big fan of either. If I had to have one of those, I would pick hot chocolate. But in childhood, I had hot chocolate a couple times that was so hot it burnt my taste buds. So once in a while I have hot chocolate. But it always brings back those memories of being so good, but having a bad result of it. Couldn't taste anything after that, could hardly even talk. So anyway, now give me some eggnog. There we go. I like eggnog. And if it's something that's hot, you know I like coffee. But other than that, maybe a hot toddy. Haven't had one of those in years, but those were pretty good, and that's kind of along the line of a hot cider maybe. So that would be my preference, eggnog, with or without any spiking. So the next question is Thanksgiving or Halloween? Thanksgiving more so. You know, I've done a lot of Halloween and I've dressed up a lot. A couple main ones that I did as one year I made, when my kids were somewhat young, I made a genie outfit, and I dressed up as a genie, and it was cute. I spent weeks making this outfit, and it was really cute. And I went to a couple Halloween contests and came really close to winning one. So another year I dressed up as Zorro. And that was just killer. My daughter worked at a video store, and I stood outside the video store out on the sidewalk by the street with my sword, and I was a great Zorro. So that was probably one of my funnest, those were both probably my funnest years of dressing up. Autumn or fall? Here they call it both. We say both. So autumn with things that, just both. With the equinox or something like that, then I guess you're using autumn. That's about it. We use both of them here. The next one is trick or treat. So my pick of that would be definitely the treats. The next one says carve a pumpkin or eat pumpkin pie. Well, you know, I carved pumpkins with my kids. It was never my favorite thing to do. It was always messy. They were always excited to do it. But it was one of those things that I kind of had to do, and I couldn't wait for it to be done and it all be cleaned up and put away. So I guess I would rather eat pumpkin pie. And I love pumpkin pie. It is it's my favorite, really, one of my favorites. As long as it's not too mushy. Now, I have carved the pumpkin, used the pumpkin, and made homemade pumpkin pie. But it didn't turn out as good as a good old can of Libby's. Libby's on the label. I always liked it on our table. The next one is haunted house, hayride, or corn maze. I would probably pick the haunted house. I've been to a couple of haunted houses. I've never really been on a hayride, and that probably wouldn't be my thing. I just don't see that much excitement with that. Just getting together with friends, maybe. Personally, I'd rather be on a sleigh and go sing Christmas carols. That would be fun. And a corn maze, probably not my thing. So haunted house, definitely. Okay, the next one would be your favorite Halloween candy. I pretty much like them all. I guess my favorite would be candy corn, because that only comes out during, the Halloween season. So I know it's real sugary, but that's probably one of my favorites. I like caramel. I love chocolate. Any of your chocolate bars is wonderful. There's so many, you get such a variety out trick-or-treating, and the kids do, and of course we all grown-ups got to go through all that, make sure it's good. So yeah, I like all kinds of candy. It says shop on Black Friday. Well, most of the years through my work history, I would always take Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, off and bake pies. And I'd bake all kinds of pies and spend the whole day Wednesday baking as many pies as I could for Thanksgiving. Because Thanksgiving, you're cooking a turkey and there's no time really to be baking pies. So I made the pies on Wednesday, made a big mess, cleaned it up. Thursday, real early, you're making a mess with the turkey, getting it in the oven, turkey dinner, clean that up. Anyway, what I would do is I would take Wednesday and, of course, Thursday off so that my coworkers could take Friday off, and I always worked, and they did the Black Friday. So that was kind of a win-win, because I don't know where they got their pies. They probably bought them, but they weren't worried about making pies. They were more worried about Black Friday, and so it worked out just great, and they loved me because I would opt to work that Friday for everybody so they could have it off. So they loved me for it. One thing I love about fall, one thing that I hate. Fall is not my seasons of the year, not my favorite. I like spring and I like summer. A little bit of winter because it's pretty when it snows. It's not pretty in the rain, and it's not pretty in the mud. My favorite thing probably is when the leaves change colors. I like the really deep purples and how that kind of goes with oranges and yellows. Even those aren't really my favorite color. Of course, purples are, kind of like my shirt is kind of a maybe autumn maple leaf kind of color. That color I really like. One thing I hate about fall is that summer's over. And so then you're going into winter, and you got months, and you're stuck in the house, and then it's rainy, yucky, and it's kind of depressing. So fall kind of implicates the beginning of that. Not my favorite time of year. My favorite fall accessories. Well, I don't live where it's really, really cold, but I guess my favorite accessory would be like a nice cowl that you could wear with a light jacket or something. I'm pretty warm-blooded, so I don't really wear a heavy coat in the winter. But I guess if I did, my favorite accessory would be definitely scarves and cowls. Okay, my favorite Halloween movie. Oh, I just don't know that I have a favorite. I've always liked horror movies. Not the slash, gash, blood, gore things, but, back when they were black and white and we were doing, Creature from the Black Lagoon and mummies and zombies and Dracula. My mom used to wake me up, or actually used to have me take a nap so she could wake me up and keep me up when she wanted to watch horror movies. So I used to do that with her. And the last one is, am I dressing up for this Halloween? No, I probably won't. I will probably only get this dressed up. So that's it. I just wanted to come on here and speak for a few minutes and let you know what is the results of my fall questions. And tag, you're it. See y'all later.